New Jersey Senator Cory Booker is joining the 2020 presidential race. He's joining an already very crowded field, which includes former Obama administration official Julian Castro, Congresswoman Tulsi Gabbard, Senator Kamala Harris, and former Representative John Delaney. Senators Elizabeth Warren and Kristen Gillibrand have also said that they're considering a run, along with the mayor of South Bend, Indiana, Pete Buttigieg. Senator Booker is a Stanford grad and Rhodes Scholar. He entered the national stage through social media during his time as mayor of Newark. Well, for more, Michael Aron is the chief political correspondent for NJTV and joins us now. So, Michael, what did you make of today's announcement? Was this pretty much something we were expecting?
Well, we're still anticipating the formal announcement, which he's doing in front of his home here in Newark. But he did put out a video this morning at 7 a.m. that's very slickly produced. I would say it identifies Booker as in the vanguard of modern politicians, just the way it's produced. It's quite unusual. It's got a little bit of jazz to it, a little bit of documentary history. It's a good first rollout for Booker. We're not surprised that it's happening. People have been saying all his life that someday he'd run for president.
And, you know, top White House aide Kellyanne Conway was asked how the president felt about Booker's decision to run. I want to play for you some of what she said this morning.
The president has said before that Cory Booker, as mayor of Newark, ran the, quote, city into the ground, so I'll let those comments stand. I saw in his, I think Cory Booker often sounds like a Hallmark card and not necessarily a person who's there to tell you everything he's accomplished in the United States Senate and as mayor of Newark.
Fair assessment, Michael?
Well, the part about running Newark into the ground is not true. Newark is experiencing a renaissance. A lot of the credit is going to the current mayor, Ras Baraka, but certainly the prior mayor deserves some credit for laying the groundwork for this new day, as they like to call it. As far as the other comment, it's always dogged Booker that people say he's more of a show horse than a workhorse. He's a tremendous performer, and he's got the gift of gab. He's an orator. If that's Kellyanne Conway's idea of somebody who's thin in terms of substance, so be it. I think he's going to show in the months ahead that he's more than just talk.
He definitely has that it factor when you meet him in person, that quality that people talked about Bill Clinton had, President Obama had. But when you look at his policies, what are some of his great successes when he was serving in Congress or as mayor of Newark?
Well, the whole Newark turnaround, attracting $100 million in Facebook charitable donations, the creation of charter schools, that's part of his legacy here in Newark. Nationally, he's associated with criminal justice reform, and he casts himself as bipartisan, willing and able to work with Republicans. I think it was Senator Mike Lee whom he worked with, a Republican, to get criminal justice reform done, and that bill was signed by President Trump about a month ago.
You mentioned President Trump. He's been very critical of the president. Will that help him greatly move ahead in this Democratic Party?
I think so. I think the Democratic field is largely critical of Trump, and somebody is going to have to emerge from that field and actually take on Trump, assuming he is still president and running for re-election. So Booker has really been pretty harsh on Trump in many respects, rhetorically. If the Democratic Party is looking for someone who can hurl insults at Trump the way Trump hurls insults at some Democrats, Booker will fill that bill.
Michael Aron, grateful you could join us. Michael, thank you for your time.
Thank you.